for no, I'm not paying for nothing like that. I'm just helping my friend out. Like the fuck, why not?
That's what they said.
Yeah, you know he finna start tomorrow. Oh, he paying for it. He paying for it. He trying to. I'm not Shamarco, baby. I'm not $100.
Oh yeah, they were sending it. Somebody saying $5,
Look,
$6, $5.
huh?
Yeah, they were sending it.
Oh, they sent it. You up? I bet you can get that money out that nigga now, ain't you? Oh,
My shit up, yeah.
yeah, make sure I read that cash out. Clock it. Clock it.
Yo, they running this up. Okay,
Keep
thank
getting that
you,
motherfucker.
y'all.
Let him know. Let him know. I told y'all we don't get better shit. Shamar over that man, Chris, Preston, upset. Let him know. Let that man know. Send some money. For real, it's hard sometimes. It be hard out here. And I was like going through. It's hard out here sometimes. So why not help a person out who need help? Goddamn, when he come up, he gonna help y'all out. He gonna wait till he come up. He got time. He gonna help y'all. He gonna get
One
back
thing
to
about
you.
me. One thing about me. I'm not stingy. Little Jonathan stole to say.
That's my y'all. Run them lights up, cause y'all been shady and funny acting. Run them lights up. Yeah, he finna learn the game. I'm telling y'all, he finna eat this game up.
Order some stuff for me.
Who?
Me.
I was talking about my homegirl who having a baby.
Still going up.
I'm having a kid too.
When you having a child?
I'm just playing.
You ready?
Oh, I'm finna say.
Still going up.
Sure. Thank you. Let's get to Avery 65K.
Oh nah, hell nah. I don't know what y'all thought that was. Now listen, he cool and all, but I be damn y'all sending him $65,000 on here. He gonna really I'm
Nigga,
gonna turn this up.
we can split
I'm
it.
gonna cuckoo for cuckoo buff. He gonna see the
We
other
can,
side of me.
we can split it. We gonna split it.
Huh?
We gonna split it.
Oh, you gonna split with me?
Of course.
Oh yeah, y'all ring him up. Give him 65,000. Let's go.
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, give him 65,000.
My zodiac sign, I'm a Leo.
Yeah, I can send it to you. I can send it to you, Mother Heather. And we gonna be like, who you? What you is, a Leo?
Mm-hmm.
You lying?
814.
My baby mama a Leo, my daddy a Leo, my mama a Leo, and now you a Leo. That's crazy.
Big Leos.
But that's crazy. I don't get along with Leos. We like flip flop.
People don't say that with me.
For real. But you know I'm an Aquarius. That's why.
I mean, I don't go off signs. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, but because I'm a loner, like I said, I stay to myself. So I don't know. I'm always around myself. I'm never with. Even if I'm with people, it's either family.
Mm. Girl, I'm not trying to be with this boy. This boy is my friend. Y'all stop. The hell is y'all talking about? We as friends. This is my homeboy.
Thank you, Trey. He sent me $100.
Period. Clock it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, come through. Come trim. Now, Trey, hold up. Because I'm trying to see what you want to give. Why you sending 100 for? You trying to talk down? You trying to hit down? Hold up now. You push the boss. You move too fast, mama.
Oh,
Hold up.
is he trying to get over you?
No, I don't know what you trying to do. Because don't make me send 500.
Ooh.
Let me
His
stop. Come
profile
back. Wait,
picture, he got a
look, he
Mozzie.
happy. He get happy. Look, he happy. He's like, ooh.
Yo, Tommy.
Oh,
He
for
said, hold up
real.
now.
Oh, yeah, put a shirt on because there's guidelines.
Cool.
Then I get Trey.
For real?
Clock it.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you, Trey. You sent
Clock it,
another
Trey.
100?
Thank you. Go ahead, huh?
Trey sent another 100. Clock it.
Period.
Thank you.
Yeah, he definitely sing humble, y'all. That's why I'm letting him do this. He definitely sing humble. He trying to get his wood. Don't send him. Well, you can send all the money you want, but don't text him. I'm just playing. I'm just talking.
He said, "Nah, I just want to bless LOL." Thank you so much.
Thank you. You deserve it for real because I don't like how you been. I don't like how they played in your face like that. Cool.
I'm used to that, bro. I just getting blamed on all that. Like I'm used to all that.
You don't bring a dime in your pocket. You initially was going to be with SHAMAR. You're trying to test the waters, but you're a broke ninja testing the waters. How dare you? You have no money. I'm going to say this again. No clothes. In the same clothes for 7 days, claiming to take a shower every day that you was around SHAMAR. We're talking about how dirty and filthy SHAMAR was. I'm trying to really understand the motive. How do you turn into a charity case within a week of going to see SHAMAR? A charity case. I'm not even directing the focus on Tommy. I'll leave that up to y'all because I could care less what Tommy's doing. That was Tommy's supporters that did that for that dude. Tommy has every right to do what Tommy wants to do on his channel with his supporters. I personally would not have asked my supporters to fund him. It's still up in the air who stole SHAMAR'S money, and he could have, in fact, still had something to do with it. He could be, in fact, scared and still playing broke, like he didn't get half that money or a portion of that money that came up missing. And it's been real quiet out here in social media land. And I already told you guys yesterday that despite how I felt about Lashun, when he came onto the set of IG, when him and SHAMAR were close again, friends again, he kind of sort of brought, an element back to social media because Alvo was kind of getting watered down. So when he started going live on his platform, Lashun, all the girls came out, all the little sissies came out, and they had their conversations. Now, they all don't get along, and a lot of them don't get along with SHAMAR. So, it was when SHAMAR would get up on Lashun's platform, they would have, exchange of words. But it was content. But as soon as that money came up missing, so did the conversation. And when Lashun went live, he just went live. He was very quiet, like he had some things going on. And I honestly believe that Lashun is behind that money. He's a mastermind behind that money. His conscience is kicking in because when you did something you ain't had no business doing, what do people do? They're quiet. I know that when I'm doing something I ain't got no business doing, the best bet for me, and I'm not talking about stealing somebody's money, but is to be quiet. Lashun's been acting real shady, but the only one that SHAMAR's not blaming is Lashun, and I think it's out of fear. I believe that SHAMAR has an idea that it, is Lashun, but he's not going to speak on it because Lashun might take action, before any of the other girls. So he's not going to probably say anything because he's fear of them I can't even talk right now. Forget it. Getting revenge on him. I can't talk. Can't get the words out today. He don't need nobody trying to run up on him, do no home invasion or nothing like that. You see what... Ooh, sorry guys. Y'all see what Trez did to him. Try to run up into the spot, or break the little camera on his door. People are just having their way with SHAMAR. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly don't understand. I'm going to say this again. how Avery came into the picture and he's getting all this love all of a sudden. You know, he's a freeloader, if you ask me. And it's so sad that he's 22 years old. I have not forgot about speaking to my mods in my chat, but I got to get a couple of things off my chest before I even move further. But you're 22 years old. You call yourself a model. You put on a facade like you were down for whatever with SHAMAR'. You were acting like you were a different kind of dude for SHAMAR', you know, and you were supposed to come down and find a job and be living with SHAMAR'. You have nothing going for yourself. You went down to Atlanta, Georgia with negative in your account. Who is that bold enough to think that there's somebody that special that a stranger's supposed to fly you out and take care of you and you got 0 cents in your pocket? And you want to brag and boast about cleaning up somebody's house that you said had roaches when we all know that you did all that to accommodate yourself. And it's sad. It's really sad. This dude is a bum. And all I can say for the situation with the bonding with Tommythegossip and this dude, in my opinion, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Tommythegossip because I like him, because to me, he's funny. I don't know him in real life. I have nothing against him, and I have no reason to dislike him. You feel what I'm saying? But I only can, you know, as a fly on the wall, look at what's going on with Tommythegossip and Avery as trauma bonding. All of these young men, SHAMAR', Alvo, Avery, Tommythegossip, all of them have been through traumas in their life, whether it's in relationships, like Alvo cheating with SHAMAR', or when Tommythegossip and Alvo broke up, SHAMAR' did the unthinkable and started messing with Alvo, knowing that Tommythegossip was with him first. You know, that brings trauma to people. You know, sometimes you might not be in a relationship with that person. You might have went your separate ways, but you feel some sense of betrayal when your friend starts to sleep with somebody that you was with. And I get it. Nobody feels good about stuff like that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Matter of fact, let me get on over here so I can, because I'm running my mouth and I'll sit up here and talk and won't come up for air and not one time tell y'all to hit the like button when I get to talking. When I'm in my head and I get to talking, ain't no telling. But we definitely gonna speak on this. I'm not biting my tongue. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm not speaking bad on nobody's name. I'm not trying to start no wars or nothing like that, but I'm gonna tell the truth and I'm gonna shame the devil. Straight like that. And if people don't like what I gotta say, then stop doing stuff publicly for people to give you a response. Simple as that. This to me is trauma bonding. It took not but 48 hours for me to really dig deep within myself and not really judge Avery, but look at the facts behind, since he's been in the picture, the behaviors, his motion, his conversation. The dude is not mentally stable, and he has no room to talk about SHAMAR'. And that's why, alongside with whoever else was messing with SHAMAR', including Alvo and all the rest, you may talk about SHAMAR', but everybody's on the list trying to get with him because they don't got nothing going on, and they're trying to get something going on by using SHAMAR' to get there. And it's really messed up. I think, Avery, if you're in the bushes listening, you're probably happy that you got that money, But when that little $1,200, $1,100 is gone that you got off of Tommythegossip's supporters, you're going to be embarrassed. And you're going to feel ashamed because you made yourself into a charity case. Now, I don't know what the motives are of Tommythegossip. He's very clever, like we all are in our own ways. We have our own alternative motives. We have to keep everything, so the motion is not getting boring. You get what I'm saying? We got to keep the wheels turning. I don't know what his alternative motive was behind rewarding this clown, Avery. But Avery is definitely a freeloader. He is broke, busted, and disgusted. I ain't never heard of no ninja coming from one state to another with not a red cent in his pocket. That right there lets me know he's slow. He talks slow. His mouth looks slow. He's slow. He don't got no movement. I'm not trying to say he hasn't done modeling, but he categorizes himself as the model. He might do modeling gigs for, people that's going to pay him $50 to $150 for a shoot to model their clothing line and throw him some clothes. But ain't nobody really coming for him, trying to book and busy him. He's a bum, and it's so sad. I'm very disappointed that he's 22 years old. He don't even got a reason to be broke. It ain't like, oh, I'm in college and that's why I'm broke because I can't work. I'm going to school full time. You're just broke. You're just broke. But there's a lot of trauma bonding going on. So, when we start to point the fingers one direction, you got to point them at everybody that's involved in this circle. Because there's no way that I'm that bitter that I'm going to try to get back at SHAMAR by trying to mess with anybody SHAMAR mess with. I just couldn't do it. Let me say hi to everybody now. Hey, Cutie Pie. Hey, Latisse. Hey, Felicia. All right. Hey, Miss Latina. Hey, I want you. Not to mention he quit his job. Right. And what do they always say? When you quit a job and find another one. You find another one, then you quit the job. How you going to quit the job and ain't got no movement? I don't get anybody visiting without bringing some clothes. Not only that, Coco, it don't make no sense for him not only to bring no clothes, he didn't have no money. He was in the negative. The money, he's saying that what's her name? 7. She had to fund getting there and back. And when she got him back, he still asked for what, $200 from her for his pocket. You know that dude has got mental issues. And he can't sit and even drag Alvo. Because I think that he would do some strange things for a little change too. That's how we started. That's why Tommy even questioned, is he a bottom? The feminine side of him came out when he had to be vulnerable because he had to humble himself and be a panhandler in living color online because he's broke. He's struggling. I was watching him when he was eating that plate of food, that chicken, and he was like eating a gristle. 22 years old, ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, and ain't got no rhyme or reason why he's broke. Now, I could see if he was in college doing something with himself in a trade school where he was working full time. Doing that full time so he could get a trade so he could stop making money. He don't have none of that going on. There is no movement. 30,000 views for 7K is that? No. For on the low end, Neek, I hope I said your name right, Neek V, let's say on a low end, $10 per 1,000 views. I'm just saying on the low end. That's like $300 for that video. Yeah, not no 7,000. He was playing around though. Yeah, he also confirmed after he said that though he was playing around, because there's no way he would have left that joke not cleared up, because then people would have been like, Tommy, now we know you're lying. If he would have made us, well, not he wouldn't have made me think, because I know exactly what he got off that video. But I'm saying, yeah, on the low end, if Tommy's getting paid $10, every video is different. It's like the stock market. Like I said, in the per 1,000 view and how much you get per 1,000 views, it goes up and it goes down. Some days it could be $12 to $15 per 1,000 view. Every channel holder, per 1,000 views are different. Now, somebody could be getting the same amount of views as I get, but because my channel's more seasoned, I've been doing it longer, my per 1,000 views is probably more than the average channel holder. But right, Tommy just started doing full-time commentary, and it's been on Shamar on his channel. He wasn't really consistently uploading prior to that. So let's say on the low end, like I said again, $10 times 30 is $300 for that video. Yeah. But he was joking. So I want to confirm that, because I don't want no one saying, see, Tommy was lying, because no, he did confirm after he said that he was playing around. He wasn't going to get that much for the video. So, but that's still a lot, because just to sit on live and do something that you like to do, and that's not including the total views for the day. That's just on that one video. He made $300 just on that one video, sitting on there doing an interview with that dude for like an hour and I think 2 minutes, and he made $300. So that, Lashun also knew that he was leaving to move to Florida. Avery knew that he was going back to New York. Right. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why you know, a lot of fingers are being pointed. I know I'm pointing it at Lashun because that's in my opinion, but I'm also side-eyeing the dude. But see, let me just say this to you. If it comes out that Avery did in fact have something to do with SHAMAR'S money coming up missing, Tommythegossip is not going to look like a fool or nothing, because Tommythegossip doesn't care that SHAMAR'S money's gone. SHAMAR did him wrong is how he's looking at it. And, he's doing what he's doing right now to get back at him. And that's just my opinion. I have nothing to do with it. But that's just my opinion. Hey, Chef Sky, Shamar needs to stay offline and move. I feel like I don't even think he needs to stay off a line. I think he needs to stay away from people, places, and things that don't serve him. And he has to learn how to be alone until he can find decent people in his life. Because nobody should have to alienate themselves from the world and what they love to do. That's what made Shamar successful on social media, is being consistent, even despite all the odds of people making it fun of him because of his disability and everything. A lot of his videos that weren't viral at the time, when people discovered it, the algorithm caught on to those older videos, they pushed them out and they went viral. And then some of them went viral without being older videos. And that's what made Shamar who Shamar is today. Consistency. And and that's what a lot of people lack in life, and I have to give him credit for that. It's just that he just keeps picking. He's the type of person, because when I was younger, I used to be like this too, but I was a teenager when I was like that. I used to be around people just to be around people, and I knew in my heart sometimes people did not like me, and I didn't want to be alone, and I had to learn how to be alone, and it took me time. So I struggled with it like until I got to my middle 20s. I just try to, like, not try to surround myself around people, places, and things that I know didn't serve me. And then it just became habit. And then I became a loner, and I enjoyed it because I felt like if you can't be with yourself, you can't be with anybody. And that's what Shamar has to learn how to do. He has to learn it's okay to be alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone if the people that are around you ain't doing right by you. They're obviously not good for you if everyone that's around you that you can think of, every time you get $1, they all can blatantly come out and say, all of them, that they have taken from you at one point in time. That right there is just a sign you got to stay away. Friends don't do that to friends. They all taking advantage of Shamar. Yep. It's so sad. All of them going to hell. Yep. Shamar is saying he wants to move and not pay rent next month and put his things in storage. Shamar says a lot of things, and then he gets sidetracked. So, I really hope that a lot of things that he does say that he's going to do, that he actually does do it, because he does need to get away. I would even suggest, but I don't think he'll do it. He probably doesn't have family anywhere else, but I would even suggest for him to move out the state, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if he moved out the state, it would be even a better business decision. I think that, like, even people like Fendi, I'm quite sure she's doing stuff on the back end with him and making money with them. But I think that she will go full force with, doing business with Shamar, and long lasting business with him, and he can make a lot of money, residual wise, and and perhaps even get off of Social Security. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll have a substantial amount of money coming in, and eventually they, like everybody knows, they'll catch up with it, but it won't matter because he'll be making that kind of money. And just like me trying to get him, monetized, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He's got to stop letting people rock him to sleep. Shamar be allowing people to rock him to sleep, and that, people, they see all the potential, the haters. So what they do is they trigger him so that he can, get up on like YouTube and say something stupid or put up some revenge video of something that Alvo did or whatever, and then get the whole channel taken down. You know what I'm saying? He's got to stop getting dragged down in the crabs in the barrel circle, and just he might have to go solo. Honestly, I think the only one right now, and I side-eyed her too, because I didn't like the fact she was flying out with him right after Alvo had left the situation, was Seven. Because I feel like when people are doing that, it's just a free little vacation for them. And it's almost like you're rotating friends to, be able to have those perks, off of your name. And I didn't like it. But then I started to say, nah, Seven, she ain't bad at all, man. If anything, she's probably the best thing in his life. You know what I'm saying? But if that's only person that means him any good and not gonna mess him over, then hey, have that one friend. You don't need to have 100 friends. If anybody says they got 100 friends, they got the game messed up, because ain't no such thing as no 100 friends. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting to be too much. And but I will say, content's content for me. I don't, when I say that, I don't mean it like I don't have a heart and like, yeah, so just keep, dogging Shamar out. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's nice to see new content that I can bring to the community. This is a soap opera to me, because this ain't real life. That it's somebody's life, but it's not ours. And it's somebody's life, and we're talking about Shamar at this time, who he chooses to continue to put himself through this. And every time people try to tell him the right thing, Shamar does the opposite. So you got to let him just keep bumping his head until he gets tired. This is bottom line. This should be a slap in the face. I'm quite sure Shamar was in the bushes last night when Tommythegossip got this dude over $1,100 in his pocket. And this is just going to make him more of a demon, Avery. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was kind of quiet. Ain't nothing about him quiet. He's quiet, sneaky, and broke. I bet Shamar showed his safe in the PS5 in his apartment before Avery came down to Atlanta. Yup. But see, you already know he did, Coco, because everybody from every 50 states, whenever he used to get mad and pull out money, like say if he was going back and forth with Tommy and would come messing with Tommy on Tommy's channel, and Tommy would let him up on the platform, he was pulling out money, like hundreds of dollars that he had inside of his house. If you saw it in this state, I saw it in my state. How many people seen that same video? It just took somebody thirsty like Avery who got lucky to get next to him. If he did have something to do with that money being missing, yeah, he got lucky and got the opportunity to get sticky fingers and take what he feels is his, being a thiefist. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Manifest. How you doing, sweetie? What's funny about a bullying a ain't nothing funny about it. Ain't nothing funny about it at all. But you know what is funny? If a person with a disability, but he is the clout, listens and let somebody stir him in the right direction, like I've been trying to do for the longest time. And the haters are gonna keep hating, but you'll shine, right? You'll shine on top of all of them. That's winning. Shamar got to want to win. And winning is doing things differently and staying away from people, places, and things are the first thing he needs to do. Because these people are not his friends. A model, now I know they are all odd. I'm trying to tell you, Felicia John. That's what he said. He's a model. I can't see it because he doesn't have any. He doesn't really have that look to me in the face that would scream model. But I don't know. I guess he's done some modeling gigs. I don't look at him to be the most handsome, the handsomest little young man. But hey, listen, let him be great. Avery only came to Atlanta because Shamar had to show his money and everything else. Something made Avery come down to, and something did make him come down broke. That's how bad he wanted to come down. How you gonna come somewhere to do something or take something and ain't got nothing? People gotta fund you to come down. Something ain't right with that. I'm sorry. Shamar was wrong for that. It says Tommy lost Clout for his. Wait a minute. Tommy lost Clout for his bond with Sugar Avery. Wait a minute. Now I think I saw that also, big girl, in my comments section. I was cracking up. Yeah, that dude, man. Avery, if you listening, man, you need to get your life right. They're lying on Shamar. Tommy needs to stop trying to destroy Shamar with lies. Well, you know what? Like I always say, we'll go around, come around. I don't have nothing against anybody. These are my co-workers, like I said in one of my other videos. But I also want to make it clear that that's why I try to be pure and neutral as I possibly can be. People say, oh, you're biased and this and that and other. I think I'm far from it because I play the devil's advocate. I look at things on both sides, and I stay neutral, because when you stay neutral, then you're able to talk about everything. You don't have to worry about people being mad at you, because you're not a person who tells people what they want to hear. You're gonna tell them what they need to hear. You feel what I'm saying? I don't take a side. And if you're known to be a person that just tells it like it is, you don't take a side, you're neutral. You just, if that person, if Tommy's doing right at the time, I'm gonna say, yeah, what Tommy did was a good thing. If Tommy's, falling off this game, I'm gonna say, man, that's kind of was messed up. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Shamar. When Shamar doing good, I'm gonna praise him. When he's not, I'm gonna get in his behind. Simple as that. You got to stay neutral. That's the only way you're gonna make it in this business. You can't sit there and be one-sided. There's commentary channels that only do Shamar content because they don't like Shamar, but don't know him from a can of paint. Shamar has disrespected me on a number of occasions, and not one person can say that you can honestly say you feel as though I have hate in my heart for Shamar, because you'd be lying to yourself to say that, because you know that I don't. If anything, I have a genuine concern for him, and I want to see him do good, but he has to want to see that for himself. Now, neutrally speaking, I know people are going to want to say, okay, you're neutral and, you don't like to, throw salt on nobody's name, but at the same time, you ain't going to tell people what they want to hear. You're going to tell them what they need to hear. So if you want to ask me, in my opinion, was that right what Tommy did? Would I have done it? No, I wouldn't have done it. But I can't tell you what is right and what is wrong, and what Tommy should have did and what Tommy shouldn't have didn't do. I can't tell you that. He's a grown man. A model now. I know they are. All right, let me gotta get down to here. Hey, Latoya, I said Latanya. Did you see what Apple Chronicles posted about Shamar booking not being fake and was booked way before they started talking? Okay. Tommy done boost his, yep. He's got this charity case, head all blown up. Hey, big red, what's up, sis? I hope Tommy don't turn himself into no paymaster. And he ain't got to be a paymaster in the sense that he's taking his money and paying them. But shoot, don't be sitting up there, Tommy, if you're listening. Don't be sitting up there having your supporters run him up like that. That could have been your 1100 last night. But let me tell you something. Put a 1 in the chat if you now know what I'm talking about. That's the biggest hustle. When people get on live, like, remember how Alvo does that? He only needs $100 or $50. And by the time he gets off that live, believe me, when he says that he has to charge his phone, he made the quota. He probably got off. He made about maybe $1,500. You see how fast within. All you got to do is look at how long Tommy was on that live last night, and he made like a little bit over $1,000. Avery did. He's not even Alvo. He's not even really known in the community. He's only been around less than 2 weeks. So imagine how much Alvo makes every day doing it. Put a 1 in the chat if you know now what I'm talking about. I've been telling you, when you get people like, because Tommy don't do it no more, Shamar don't either. They don't need to right now. So only one I can speak on that I've been speaking on about that, getting on live and asking for cash apps and Apple Pays and chimes. That's a hustle, because if you ask for $50, nobody really knows how much every person is given. So by the time Alvo's ready to get off the live, he could have got like $1,200 and only asked for $50. I keep trying to tell y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see how long that live was yesterday. And that dude he made $1,000 in an hour. Let's put it like that. $1,000 in an hour. I'm gonna see exact. I know it was an hour live. It wasn't like no 2-hour live. Yeah, and it was less than that, because right away at the beginning, they wasn't he didn't not the second they got on live, Tommy wasn't like telling the supporters to look out for Avery. But you know what I'm saying? They was on here for, it says right here, Let me click on it because it's not. Oh, an hour and 17 minutes. He was on live, Tommy and Avery, and he made over $1,000 an hour. And I'm not saying that like that's like unheard of, because there's people who literally like Tommythegossip. He's in another sector. He can barely keep his channel half the time because he's always talking about controversial things, disrespecting black women in the community, and he's just all over the place. But anyways, Tommythegossip literally can get on live and be making like 3,000 a day and make like 30 something thousand, because some days, are better than others. And he shows, well, I don't know if he does it now. I haven't watched him in a long time. His name is Tommythegossip. He used to show you literally when somebody would not donate, give him money, the numbers would go up where he was at. He would put the clock up. I mean, not the clock, the counter up all through the day on every live, how much he made in total for the day. And sometimes that thing would be like $2,500, $3,000. I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, it's not unheard of. So I'm just telling y'all, especially the dumb ones that do that with Alvo. If you see how fast a stranger that is one of Tommy's supporters ran Avery up, can you imagine somebody that you know in the sector that you have a liking for, that you support? Can you imagine what they get a day? Come on now. He's sorry and don't want to work. Not Tommy turning him into internet. Right. Exactly, big girl. And see, I can see through Avery's soul. He's broke and all messed up because he's a bum and he's lazy. He don't have no drive. He rather humiliate himself like he did by coming to SHAMAR'S with not a dime in his pocket and didn't even care about how he looked doing that. That's why he's broke, busted, and disgusted now. Avery talked about SHAMAR'S like a dog. He knew SHAMAR'S had roaches and wasn't bathing before he came down. Yeah, exactly. Then he gonna try to act like when he came down, he couldn't believe what he saw. You know what I'm saying? And then Avery went home and looked at like a bum himself on camera. Sitting in the same clothes, didn't even have a hair, no money to get a haircut when he came back from Atlanta. Just a straight bum. But gonna call somebody a bum. Boy, sit your ugly behind down. Dirty little ninja. In no clothes, right? In no clothes. For 7 days. I agree, but these young folks, then you rewatch you put out there. Hey, Latisse. Ooh, child. You know that's right, sis. Tommy's scamming his followers out of cash apps and likes. And I can't even get nobody to like, and I don't even be begging for nothing. Matter of fact, talking about that, hit the like button. I don't need a cash app. Just hit the like button. Support the channel and hit the like button. I don't need none of your money. Just hit the like button, honey. But yeah, it's crazy work. It really is. It's really sad. But, it is what it is. If you like it, I love it. That's all I can say. But Avery, that's a bum. That dude's a straight bum. He ain't got no room to talk about SHAMAR'S. He needs to go have several seats. He's a straight bum. Exactly. No clothing, even if it's just for the weekend, right? Yeah, he's doing it to get back at SHAMAR'S. Yeah, it is, LaTanya. Said he was going to file a paper against toxic. Oh, please. Oh, please. It is so sad. He broke and he's not from New York. He's from upstate I said New Buffalo. New York Buffalo. Yorkers don't claim them. Hey Latisse, hey sis. I don't know. But listen, I just want to come on for a minute. I'm not staying on here too long. I gotta eat. I'm about to eat. So listen, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Leave your money in your pocket and hit the like or the dislike. We ain't gotta be no paymasters over here. And y'all don't have to chase no clout paying nobody either. Just hit the like or the dislike button. I will be back on here tomorrow. I probably will do a 1 o'clock live after I get my pedi and my manicure done. I'll be leaving out early in the morning to pamper myself. I need it with all this crap going on. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah. Bye for now.